Oh, hello. Welcome to Koko-Rokoko. We specialize in 80s and 90s clothing and accessories. Koko-Rokoko had just passed their 1-year mark, their big 1-year anniversary. We made it through, and we're looking forward to bringing Chicago the best of the 80s and 90s, the freshest jams for the 2000s in the future. So this is the men's area at Koko-Rokoko. It's just for the men. Well, girls can shop here too. But anyway, men's themed items, masculine items. We are going to have a lot of men's stuff that we're going to bring to the show. So guys, come check it out. Bring your boyfriends or your girlfriends, and see you there.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Damen, and I call my business Axis of Evelyn, and what I do is I go out and I find vintage from the east to the west coast, and I try to do the whole range, and I reconstruct clothing. My big thing is hoodies, and then I have my collection of lyric opera costumes. A lot of them are from the turn of the century. Courtwear, Indian costumes, things like that. And then I have men's and women's vintage. I'll bring it down so you can just kind of see. It comes down really nicely. So you can see like these 8 hoops up here that are attached to the beams.
Ready? Hi, I'm Tess. I'm of Tessaboo Vintage. And this is some of my stuff. I'm getting ready for Dollparts. I'm so excited. I sell stuff from a lot of eras, 50s, 60s. I actually have a lot of 80s and 90s stuff too. These dresses are all my top 3 favorite things right now. This is a funny story. I was a theater major, and I from the costume closet. Don't tell anyone. This I found at a thrift store, which I think is amazing. 50s. That's kind of hard to come across in thrift stores, at least. And this I found in an antique store. So I'm just really excited to meet other vendors and the people who come through, and being able to see your customers is such a cool experience, especially when you sell online and you don't really know who things are going to, So being able to see who's buying it and being like, oh my god, you're so cute and I love that dress and I'm so happy you are buying it. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm Caroline Borucki, and I do mainly custom orders. A lot of the clothing I do is inspired by vintage clothing, but some of it's inspired by living organisms, like plant life and animals. I use a lot of vintage fabrics as well as new things, so I kind of combine the two. Some of the things I'll be selling on the 27th are going to be just like ready-to-wear type clothing that you can mix and match with one another, with little details that make them all one of a kind. I typically make things all a little bit different, so nothing's exactly the same. So this is kind of just like a collar piece that is actually uses a bendable wire, so you can actually form it to kind of look more like a mushroom. But yeah, this one on top. So that was like kind of one of those examples of a living organism. I'll be demonstrating some sewing, making some things, so that'll be really cool. Yeah, and be selling a few pieces there as well.
Michelle from Yellowbirdd Vintage. We're here at my makeshift studio, office, and apartment. So this is my main rack, and at the show on Saturday I'll have a lot of my winter stuff on clearance, so super cheap, which is good. Clear some of that out to make some room for spring, which I'm really excited for, because I also have a lot of dresses and skirts that I'm working with this season, and I'm actually altering more of them than I have in the past, so shortening, adding things to them, which are turning out really well so far, so I'm excited about that. an old, like straight up hair dryer, like
Oh my god.
yeah, and it works. We can plug it in right now, and it totally works. And I'm still gonna try it on myself before I sell it. But you just put it in here and you put your curlers in and dry your hair while you're like talking on the phone or reading a magazine.
My name is Abryant, and I own Abryant Gallery. Abryant Gallery is a contemporary art gallery for new and emerging artists. We're at Office Court right now, which is one of the venues that Abryant Gallery shows artwork at. This is a piece by Sebastian Vallejo. We have about 8 paintings in total in this space alone. Amanda Calobrisi is going to be the featured artist for Dollparts. It's a show we're really excited about. It's a vintage collaboration, and most of her paintings deal with vintage fabrics. So we thought it was a perfect marriage. We put them together. We're also going to be showing some prints and drawings from some of the other Abryant Gallery artists at the show.